Hey there. So for this session, we are going to look at opening a photograph in Photoshop and changing its brightness, the saturation and color of the image. So first of all, you will navigate through to your file menu to open the image. If you can't see the file menu in the recording, maximize your screen and it should come up. So click on File, Open, and go through to navigate to find your image. Click on the file and click on Open. So if this is your first time using Photoshop to edit a photograph, you should go to Window at the top, click on Workspace, and then click on Photography. That means that your setup will be maximized for photography and will be the easiest to use to edit a photograph. So first of all, we are going to look at altering the brightness and contrast of this photograph. So on the right hand side, you'll see these panels. So go through and find the adjustments panel, and then you'll click on this little sun icon, and that will bring up brightness and contrast sliders. You can slide up to increase the brightness or down to decrease it. Same with the contrast, up to increase, down to decrease. Down the bottom here, there's the little eye icon, and you can click on that to see before and after. And I actually like the before better, so I'm going to click on this reverse arrow to change it back to reset it to what it was before. Another adjustment you can make is color balance, which is a scale. So click on your color balance and it will bring up your color adjustments that you can make. So you can use color balance to make the image, to shift the color in the image to make it look more appealing or more natural, whichever you prefer. So let's take this slider here. For instance, if I would like to make the image more cyan, I will take the little slider towards cyan, and then perhaps also let's make it also more blue, and I can take it up here, and then I can think, no, I would like to make it more yellow. You can slide and you can experiment with your colors like that. And then you can go down and look at before and after. And again, my before is pretty good, so I'm going to go back to the original by clicking like that. The other thing that you can change to make your image look more appealing is the saturation. So come down here and click on Hue and Saturation. You're going to be looking for the middle slider titled Saturation, and you can slide up like this to increase the saturation. You go very high, I'm going to bring it down just to a little increase. Okay. So one thing to remember is when you make these adjustments, it actually creates a layer on top of your photograph. So this here is your background, which is your original photograph. If you wanted to change anything on your original photograph, we click on the background layer. If you want to go back and adjust the brightness and contrast, click on that layer and you can then adjust it again. Same for color balance layer and hue and saturation layer. Now, if you decide that you would like to delete any of these layers because you want to start again or you don't like the effect, you click on the layer you'd like to delete and then just click on the little trash bin and yes to delete. That will remove that for you. When you've finished editing your photograph, you'd like to save it, you can go to File, go through to Save As. Because your image now contains layers over here, you won't be able to save it as a JPEG file. It's best to save it as a Photoshop document file, which is PSD. So you can click down here, choose Photoshop document, and click Save. That will save your file with these layers so that you can open it back up and make more changes. If you have completed the image completely and would like to save it as a smaller JPEG file, you can then go through to Layer, Flatten Image, and you can see that these layers have disappeared. They have been locked in to your background image. And then you can go through to File, Save As. You can go down to Format and select JPEG, which is a smaller file size. You can click on Save. You can replace. And I'd recommend for a final size, saving your image quality between 10 and 8 for your final file size. And click on OK. And there it has been done.